Ang sinumang lingkod bayan ay may tungkulin na pinanumpaan. Nanumpa na maglilingkod ng buong puso batay sa tanggapan na kanyang pamumunuan. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. Ito ang palatuntunang maglalahat ng mga tuwirang impormasyon upang magsilbing gabay ng ating mga nanunungkulan saan mang tanggapan ng pamahalaan para sa kapakanan ng mamamayan. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. Maglalatag ng mga naangkop na payo para sa lahat ng mamamayan na umaasam ng tunay na pagbabago at kaginhawahan sa buhay. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. At ngayon, narito ang inyong lingkod, Corazon Alma de Leon.
Pwede nang, narinig nyo na ba ako?
Opo.
Yes.
Oo. Please like and share our live video in our FB page, Broadstreamcast Communicators. Follow me on Facebook at Corazon Alma de Leon, or you may contact me at 0918-912-3546. Maraming salamat at nandito na ang ating mga panauhin and of course our co-host, si Sonia Roco. At kasama dito sa ating litrato ay si Dr. Christina Yuson, GSP National President, and nakapasok na rin si Dr. Paz H. Diaz, GSP Life Member, Chairperson of Personnel Committee, and Vice Chairperson, Training Committee. Okay? So, greet muna tayo. Sonia, go ahead.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat na tagapakinig ng Bago ang Lahat, Mamamayan Muna, isang programa na brainchild ng ating wow woman na si Corazon Alma de Leon. Pero yung wow, hindi lang yun wow woman of wisdom.
Wow, thank you.
Yan ang dapat tayo lahat ay maging ganyan. Men and women of wisdom. No? Kasi ibig sabihin, naging mabuti ang ating buhay at marami tayong natutunan sa ating mga karanasan. At ngayon, dito sa programa, yung ating pong mga guests, lalo na ngayong hapon na ito, ay ang mga big wigs, no? Ang mga leaders, mga lifelong leaders ng Girl Scouts of the Philippines, si Nina at si Dr. Paz. Kaya welcome po lahat at dalang tayo isang oras, makinig tayo.
Okay. Nina, greetings muna.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako si Nina Yuson. Ako po yung National President ng Girl Scouts of the Philippines. Nakilala ko po si Secretary Cora de Leon from way back. Kasi nasa Department of Social Welfare siya. Tapos she was the Commissioner for Civil Service. Tapos nasa Red Cross. So she is forever serving our country. Yan po ang maganda. And I think that is what we call really role model. At si Sonia Roco po, kaming dalawa ay naging preschool administrators. Meron kaming preschool way back. And ngayon nakikita namin na mga grown-ups na yung mga preschoolers namin doing well. So it's so important to start with the very young. Kaya hangang-hanga po ako na kasama kami dito ni Dr. Paz Diaz sa inyong programa. Salamat po.
Na-mention mo na, isang kasamahan din sa UP, si Dr. Paz H. Diaz. Pakigreet na ngayon, Paz. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so happy and privileged to be invited here kay Cora. Matagal na rin kaming magkakala ni Cora.
Long time.
Maraming common friends na both workouts also. And of course, Sonia Roco, I've heard so much about her. Nina, I'm much older than Nina, of course. And tawag dyan, happy to Scouts of the Philippines, happy to be a member from childhood to this day.
Great. Okay. Sinisimulan natin ang programa with a poem na nasaan ang araw. Kasi ito ang mga tanong ng mga panauhin natin, tanong ng mga tao. It goes like this. Matagal ko nang inasahan ang pagsikat ng araw. Matagal ko nang inasamasam ang paglaho ng dilim. Ngunit bakit ganito ang buhay? Bakit ganito ang damdamin? Ang puso ay nagtatanong, ang diwa ay nagtataka, nasaan ang araw? Ang araw pala ay nasa puso. Ang araw pala ay nasa kaluluwa ng bala na. Kung ang puso ay puno ng pagmamahal, hindi na kailangang itanong, nasaan ang araw? Kung ang kaluluwa ay puno ng katotohanan, hindi na kailangang itanong pa, nasaan ang araw? Sa isip, sa salita at sa gawa, nakapaloob ang araw. Kailanman ay walang kadiliman. Sa tuwa, katotohanan at pagmamahalan. Salamat sa buong may kapal. May kasagutan na ang tanong kong, nasaan ang araw? And obvious, ang kasagutan ay Girl Scouts of the Philippines at ito na rin ang message ni Rabindranath Tagore sa atin lahat. Where mind is without fear and head held high, where the world has not been broken to fragments by narrow domestic walls, where tireless strivings stretch their arms toward perfection, where the mind is led forward to thee, into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Talagang sa hapon ito ay manggigising sa bayan ang mga Girl Scouts na kasama natin dito at ang siyempre ang unang tanong sa kanilang pareho, how did you get started with Girl Scouting? At ano yung inspiration nyo sa Girl Scouts? Medyo mahaba yung tatlo ito. What milestones have you reached in Girl Scouting? Tatlo in one question. Go ahead. Ikaw muna, Dr. Nina Yuson.
Lahat po kami, Girl Scout and Boy Scout sa pamilya namin noon. So, pag Saturdays, yung tatay ko lang ang driver. Kaya dinadala kami sa Girl Scout headquarters. Ako po started with the pilot troop number 1 for the Brownies. That was the earlier Girl Scout rank because that's from the USA, no? Brownies. Today we call it Star Scouts or Twinkle and Star Scouts for the very young, 5-6 years old. At yung presidente noon ay ang lola ko, Lola Pilar. Kaya siya po ang nag-invest sa akin. So, you know, it was fun. So you never thought it as a big responsibility to join. Like Saturdays, nandun kami na sa headquarters. We got to know all the staff that started it and grew up with them. Hanggang ngayon po I'm a volunteer. So,
Wow.
I think that for me, the one word about Girl Scouting is learning because we are always learning with fun. Yun po.
Correct ka dyan. Si Dr. Paz, she was a Hernandez and became a Diaz. Pero mga kaibigan natin, si Lani Dua, si
Yes.
Nati Toribio.
Nati Toribio. Sige. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mother was also working with the mother of
Nina.
Nina. Kasi
Okay.
laging quartermaster ang mami ko pagka camping. So, actually, wala pang Girl Scouting noon sa amin sa school. Enjoy ako kasama nila Ella Agulto tsaka nila Nati Toribio. Sabi ko, dapat magka-Girl Scouts dito sa school namin kasi St. Mary's Academy yun sa Pasay.
Yes,
Siyempre,
yes.
walang So, I worked hard para magkaroon ng Girl Scouts sa elementary school namin sa St. Mary's sa Pasay. Hinikayat ko sila Ella para magpunta doon, ituruan yung mga classmates ko, ganyan. Naka-form kami ng troop. I remember grade 4 ako noon and sila Ella, about the same age kami Nina Ella, Nina Nati. Sino pa ba itong si Si Lani. Yeah. And mamaya darating pa yung mga ibang names niyan. So nakabuo kami ng troop doon sa aming sa aming school. So at that time Pasay City kami. Pero parang galing sa Manila ang mga Manila Council ang mga tumulong sa amin para makaset up ng Girl Scout troop. So naging active naman kami.
Mm. So, basically, ang tawag sa inyo, yung mga councils, ano? Kasi sa Red
Yes.
Cross, tawag namin chapters. Yung mga
Yes.
Oo.
councils, no? Ngayon, I want to acknowledge you're celebrating your 83rd anniversary, no?
Yeah.
Sa
That's
ang
right.
Red Cross, 75th lang.
Okay.
Bata-bata ang Red Cross kaysa sa Girl
Okay.
Scouts, no? So,
Uh,
so 83rd anniversary nyo this year ba yun? This year?
yes. This
May
May
2023?
26.
26.
Okay. So, what are some of the activities nyo na that you are planning? Kasi parang nakikita ko, maraming may engage kayo ng mga members all over the country. Marami na kaming na-interview ni Sonia ng mga miyembro nyo, mga leaders niyo all over the country. So, anong plano ninyo for your 83rd anniversary? What are your
Well,
plans?
throughout the country, the councils, we have 96 councils, will
Yes.
be celebrating in their different ways. But the national headquarters, of which we are part of, because the officers mostly are here in Metro Manila, it's a whole morning. We're bringing in girls, and then we'll have different booths of the 6 regions. Of course, we start with the Mass, Thanksgiving Mass. And
Where will you
then
have it? Saan nyo
in the
gagawin?
in the headquarters, which is in Manila, Ermita,
Okay.
901, yeah, 901
Mm.
Ermita.
Padre
And
Faura.
yes, Padre Faura. And we have a little museum, so the girls can visit our museum. And then they will have games and food. So it's a celebration. And people at all the councils will also share photos of their celebrations sa Facebook po.
Mm. Alam mo, last Christmas, I think, I attended yung launching ng yung you were selling cookies, no? Di
Yes,
ba?
yes.
Yung medyo nga okay, Nina,
Girl
no?
Scout
What,
cookies.
what is green and with cookie crumbs all over? Sabi, a dead Girl Scout. Hindi naman, a living Girl Scout, talaga namang alive na alive, no? So, siguro, um, Sonia might have some other meaningful questions kasi hindi ko alam si Sonia kung na-Girl Scout pero kahit na hindi siya na-Girl Scout, alam na alam niya how scouting kasi nag scout siya ng maraming lugar na dapat bisitahin sa Pilipinas. She's really a tourist. Tourist in the country. Go ahead, Sonia.
Hindi, ang parang, kasi we've had interviewed a lot of the different
Mm.
councils nationwide. Kaya marami na kaming nakausap na also like you started na bata pa and you could see them grow. The last one we interviewed, she was 24 years old. She has traveled to Korea, ganun, and she had such a bubbly personality na talagang maengganyo ka that you can see the effects of being an active Girl Scout. I think
Mm.
you, after you've been with the Girl Scout lifelong, you can also see these benefits. Maybe we would like to hear from you who were really the outstanding Girl Scouts aside from the both of you.
Would you like to start, Patsy?
Uh,
Yung remembering yung mga
Okay.
sumikat na mga Girl Scout.
Yes.
yes.
Patsy, you want to or I can?
Sige,
You know,
Nina.
we always
Si,
say once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout.
Yes,
Because
yes.
yes.
where I go around, sabihin nila, ma'am, Girl Scout ako noon. These are people in the airport. Even in the restrooms, no? Girl Scout ako nung grade 4. So, hindi siya natuloy. Hanggang grade 4 lang siya, no? She was taking care. But I always am proud because sabi niya, she sees us in green and she feels very proud. And that's the most important thing when you are a Girl Scout. Whether you finish, whether you accomplish somewhere, you are proud of the movement because it made you feel part of a group of girls doing something useful for themselves and the community. But we have so many. I mean to say, I have this group, the Outstanding Women in Nation Service, and so many of them were Girl Scouts. SP
Yeah.
Cabral, oh, I cannot name more, but Mel Alonso, Pag-ibig, and they show me their photos when they were young Girl Scouts in UP, when they were in high school. these are accomplished women, and they have to take it out of their baul to show me that they were Girl Scouts. And
Yeah.
I really can tell you that being a Girl Scout, your leadership is honed because girls are always ready to serve and to adjust. You know, when they go camping, we have to adjust. Nati Toribio was our uh, head of the camp, and we had to go to the inside the forest to go to a latrine. There were not toilets. There was this piece of bakal land that you have to do your thing. And then there's a tuko at night. So, you're a little young girl who goes out in the forest with the tuko. Tapos tinatakot pa kami, the tuko will stay with you. You have to show a mirror, mga ganun. It's very memorable. And then, of course, now, when we're adults, madami pong tuko dyan sa mga workplaces nyo. And you know, you have to fend for yourself. So, ang dami po. I've met so many girls and I always carry this band. It says once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout. And I'll give it to them because I tell them, be proud that you're part of a very big movement in the country.
Yeah.
Of course, you see the 1,000 peso bill, meron doon tatlong tao. Yung babae doon ay si Josefa Llanes
Yan
Escoda.
si Skoda. Yes.
Yes, she was the founder of Girl Scouts of the Philippines. And she's a war hero. So I hope that the 1,000 peso bill will not be replaced by an eagle because that is my audio visual when I go to the field. If I don't have anything, if I have 1,000, sabihin ko, ito po, ayan, ang founder namin.
Nagsimula.
Once, not many people know that. Even former Girl Scouts don't know that. So we are
Sadly, it has been
historical.
replaced by an eagle.
Yeah, it's true.
O si Dr. Paz naman, I'm sure she will not pass up the chance to also share kung sino yung natatandaan niyang mga leading lights ng Girl Scouts.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you remember the first international Girl Scout camp, the Centennial Camp of Bali, where all Baden Powell arrived. We met her personally. It's really something great for us. We were in high school. I remember I was a press aide because I was really into journalism. Maliit pa ako. Pursue ko yun hanggang ngayon. So, yeah. Tapos ko pati aking PhD is in mass comm sa UP. So, na-hone yun ng Girl Scouts. Na press aid ako. And dito aking press aid card in 1970. Hindi, 60s. If you don't stand up and get it.
Sige. I mentioned also na ako na Girl Scout din, first year high school sa Merino. Pero ang natatandaan ko lang, we were making s'mores kasi Amerikana ang naglehid sa amin. Nagluluto kami sa isang lata. Lata
Oo.
yata ng pineapple yun. Tapos nilalagyan. Bunsen burner. Na doon kami nagluluto, no? Tapos we made ang s'more, I remember, apple yun. Na may chocolate. Kasi puro mga American style ng ano. Pero ngayon, I think, hindi naman masyadong emphasis yung yung s'more.
Hindi na. Adobo na, adobo.
Adobo na. Very good, very good. Hindi
Yeah.
pa nakakabalik si hinahanap pa siguro yung kanyang dokumento. Pero, in the meantime, siguro, Nina, very important, can you share examples of how the Girl Scouts of the Philippines has helped to make a positive impact in our society and to empower young women? Question ito sa questionnaire, no? Kaya parang research ito na ako yung interviewer. Go ahead. Para ako
Yeah.
nagpa-practice maging interviewer. Go ahead.
Yes, the highest award is the Chief Girl Scout Medal. So many of the girls, when they're in junior and senior age level, which is between 14 to 16 or 13 to 16, work on a community project for 1 year. and they have to submit it to their council. No, it can be anything that has to do with environment, cultural, entrepreneurship, any of these things. So, for example, they plant mangrove, or they teach a group of old women how to do some kind of cooking so that it can be sold, or they teach children from the poor area storytelling, parang daycare and feeding program for 1 year. And so, syempre, the troop leader will go there, and then the regional executive director will also visit to really see if they're doing it. And then they're awarded. We usually pre-pandemic award them in PICC about 800 is the most, and it's always the first lady or a lady president in our charter who is the chief Girl Scout. And so now it's Mrs. Lisa Araneta Marcos. And we called on her, and we installed her, and she was very gracious to have it in Malacanang last year. So this will be her first time to give us our girls the Chief Girl Scout medal. So they're very proud of that, but meron pa silang sash, no, when they're junior, senior Girl Scouts and cadets, where they earn badges when they accomplish certain task, or they tackle something, then they're given badges. And ang ganda ho, it's so decorated, no? So this is what we say an impact to our communities and the nation as a whole. Kasi if you don't have that, what else can you do to contribute? And now, my own thrust, because I'm an educator, is every Girl Scout a storyteller. So we just
Yes.
did this because there is a study, 2021 World Bank, that our 10-year-olds cannot read. And so when you cannot
Yes.
read, out of school, or you're sent all the way to high school, yun pala, you cannot
Wala.
read.
Oo, tama.
So we have juvenile delinquents, we have all these social problems.
Mm.
So storytelling, not
It's
teaching
very,
reading, storytelling,
ah,
engganyo, reaches the heart of the
yeah.
child. And then they want to read, and instead of buying candy, they want to get a book or something. So I'm appealing to the public, if you have any children's picture storybooks, please send it to the national headquarters, because we need hundreds of books. So I've
Mm.
written to publishers, but we still need more books, because
Yes, of course, of course.
we
Oo.
cannot afford, buying books. Actually, our local books are still cheaper, no? That's between 150 pesos each. Pero, alam nyo, if you go to the provinces, wala talagang book sa kanila. How
Yes.
can they storytell if there are no books?
Mm.
Siyempre, oral, okay lang yon. But
Mm.
maganda kung may picture, di ba? And so, we are going to do this for 1 year, and hopefully it will continue.
Mm.
I'm trying to get now a courier. We'll partner with the courier so that they can send it to the
All over.
north and to the south,
Yes,
Far.
no?
yes.
All the
Oo.
Cordilleras down to Holo. And
Oo.
can you imagine if every girl a storyteller? That's the campaign. We can help them get back to school, help our kids
Yes.
get back to school.
At ngayon nakabalik na si Doktora Paz, nakakuha na siya sa library niya ng material na share niya. But she recalls, of course, pwedeng tao, pwedeng experiences, kasi very important din yung experiences nyo, and
Ah,
the people, the Girl Scouts made a positive
Girl
impact.
Scouts. Yeah, I'm
And
I'm I'm very
go ahead,
happy to say
go
na
ahead.
yung mga activity sinabi ni Nina about entrepreneurship and all that. I
Yeah.
was the one who spearheaded and sat down and wrote the activities for girls. So kasi ang contribution ko most Girl Scouting is writing,
Writing.
helping them manage writing for troop leaders,
Mm.
because that's that seems to be my contribution mostly, that
Mm.
being my
Work. Oh, tama.
work, uh,
Journalism.
oo, journalism. So fact, we're now going to tawag dito, to revise the trainer manual. It's quite thick kasi we have to update the trainer, which are teachers who are teachers also. And so eh, kasi the teachers are our troop leaders.
Yeah.
And minsan nahihirapan din sila distinguish yung girls thing do sa activities nila sa school. Kasi minsan nagsasabi ang kanilang supervisors. Siyempre yung Girl Scouting may ano tayo, di ba? Stamp ng Girl Scouting, tapos din tayong of course other activities na Scouts own, you know, things that we do as an organization na ano for us, parang special to us. So I'm concentrating on ngayon. It's thick, this manual that I am revising for the Girl Scouts.
Together.
Putting together the
ganda.
So ito, makapal nga eh. Gusto ko ring i-streamline and marami ding mga ano na medyo kailangan na ring palitan kasi syempre nag-age na din, and yun na nga yung mga generation ngayon bago. So we will also get young girls to help us with this kasi yung mga young adults, we call them, yung mga 18 to 25 na active ngayon with us, have many ideas also. So they will help us kasi syempre ina-update natin you know, all the contents here of Girl Scout trainers resource folder, we call it, needs work. Kasi imposible na magkaroon ka ng troop leader puro widow, no? Kailangan may science to it, may theories to it, no? And this is kind of important lalo na sa anong tawag dyan, the upbringing ng girls. We have tawag dyan, the
Actually, ang nakukuha nyo mga teachers talaga eh. Sa mga elementary, high school, di ba? Para to become the teachers. No? Pero tama-tama, Sonia, kahit na konti, pero mahaba naman itong message. Maybe can
Kahidokan Central Elementary School. Good afternoon, Dr. Paz. Nice to see you again, Dr. Paz, after 2017 in Baguio during the national training for trainers. I love listening to your stories of how you started in GNP.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Sino
And
pa?
then we have
Meron pa.
good afternoon po. Hello, Edwin. And Margarita, good day po.
Ayan. First three yan. First three to light, no? Siguro ang tanong natin, Sonia, no? How can we support and show appreciation for Girl Scouts naman during this occasion nila ng 83rd anniversary? Alam ko, nung Christmas, meron kayong nagbenta yata ng, hindi cookies Ano ba yung binenta nung Christmas? Nandun ako nung event Ano ba yun?
So for every box of 4 brownies, and that's
brownies, yes.
Brownies Unlimited. That's a brand which is SM and in SM malls. So it was a campaign for every box of brownies, 4 brownies. You are sponsoring one girl for 1 year. Kasi po yung aming membership ay 50 pesos lang. Kailangan mo taasan na nga namin kasi pero ko. And you know, they have so many activities throughout the year. So now you can help Girl Scouts by donating, as I mentioned earlier, donating children's picture storybooks for our literacy campaign. You can please enroll your child in a Girl Scout troop. Kung meron pong Girl Scouts sa kanilang school, it's very important that you give them that opportunity to be a Girl Scout. Yeah, that's how you can support.
Yeah. Ang nakikita kong pwedeng gawin ay to meet with our counterpart sa elementary school sa amin, Donggalo Elementary School, and support their setting up kung merong mga bata na gusto mag-Girl Scout. hindi naman kailangang malaking pera eh.
Oo nga.
Pesos lang ang membership, sponsor na sila. Ikaw,
Yes.
Sonia, maraming alagad din si Sonia all over the country.
Hindi, ang ano,
The whole Tunaga.
I'd like
Pesos.
to inform Nina and Dr. Paz about the Raul Roco Mobile Living Library. So maybe any of the Girl Scouts in Naga, it is based in the Naga, the Roco Library there.
Yes.
They can drop by or schedule a
Yes.
meeting when they are meeting so that the books can be brought to where they are. It's a mobile living library. They can
Very
borrow
good.
books. They can borrow books.
Wow.
At a certain time, you return the books so that others can use them. The
Very
first
good.
it went around, they were able to lend out about 700 books.
Wow.
So that's a good sign. And maybe the Girl Scouts, I can tell the head librarian there, Rico
Coordinate.
Rico
Yes.
Vinuan, to contact the Girl Scout chapters or whatever you call them,
Naga City. We have two
council.
councils in Naga.
Councils.
Two councils.
Okay.
I was there
Two
last week.
councils there, and then
Yes.
maybe we could have a storytelling reading program that you want to
Very
happen
good. How nice.
Nice.
as part of
Very
your
nice.
anniversary. As part
Oh,
of your
thank you so
anniversary.
much. Yes, please. And tell them please to put it in Facebook. That's the only way others can follow. Kasi
Yeah.
ngayon po, social media is so important and we want the public to know that Girl Scouts is alive. Hindi po kami natutulog, no? I mean, we have all these activities and all people who support like Raul Roco's Mobile Library. We always remember Senator and Adept Ed Education Rocco because we visited him at that time. So we are very proud of both of you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But ang nakikita ko ngayon, the challenge sa mga nanonood sa atin, how can they help in the membership in their particular areas? Kasi ako believer ako in the barangay approach. Ano yung eskwela sa
Yes.
barangay natin na
Yung
pwede
community.
ma-motivate to become community scouts, di ba,
Yes.
Nina?
Yes.
Dr. Paz?
Yes, bago we're reviving the community-based troops.
Yes.
Yes.
We organized and they have to undergo training. So this can be former Girl
Yeah.
Scouts or those who want to have time to organize a community base. Kasi we have so many children sa laylayan, they cannot go to school. Yun na nga, they cannot read, they drop out. So why don't you organize a community based group? Just go to the council of your area. So for example, in Naga, we have two councils there, Naga City and Naga. And almost all over the country, we have councils. And tell them, gusto ko maging leader ng community-based group. And they will have to give you brief training on that. Madali lang po.
Ako naman, every Wednesday, meron akong mga nagpupunta dito kasi devotees ng Our Lady of Perpetual Help. Sabi ko,
Yes.
they're all in just in one barangay. Pag meron silang mga kamag-anak na nag-aaral sa grade school dito sa Donggalo Elementary School, pwedeng ma-co-op sila to help train. Imbitahin ko kayong dalawa, Nina and Dr. Paz, to meet. Kasi I have a gazebo where we can conduct this orientation. So, tama natin si Sonia sa orientation, Sonia.
And maybe meron kayong former friends na Girl Scouts who live in the area. That's very important para malapit lang and they can go
Usually mga teachers ng araw
Nina, can I tell them about the GSP and friends?
Yes, please.
We have also organized
that.
We have organized what we call Girl Scouts of the Philippines and Friends Foundation. This is a foundation na mga former Girl Scouts or miski hindi ka dating Girl Scout, kung gusto mong tumulong sa Girl Scouts, ay very active. Tumutulong kami sa mga indigenous people doon sa may San Fernando, sa bandang north kami. Pero meron din sa bandang Bicol na mga indigenous peoples na girls na tinutulungan. Of course, we pay for their membership fee, tapos dinadalhan namin sila ng Girl Scout uniform. Noon, dinalahan namin sila din ng Girl Scout cookies, ganyan. Very active din itong GSP and Friends Foundation, no limit sa age. Merong mas matanda sa akin, member dito.
Announcement. Tatandaan.
For GSP.
Kasi nakakatulong. Masaya kasi nag-meeting, tapos kumakanta pa rin. Pag nagkakaroon kami ng tawag namin breakfast, ano ba to? Coffee, parang coffee conference, pero we call it a coffee.
Conversations.
Yeah, conversations, ganyan, over a cup of coffee. And
Coffeecation.
Ganyan. Oo, ganyan. And mura lang ang membership. Ano lang?
Support. Magkano? You are keeping us in suspense.
Nag-freeze.
Na membership.
Hindi. Pero I remember attending yung earlier, no? Ibang pangalan eh. Hindi ginawa nyo ng Girl Scouts and Friends. Before there was another name, di ba? A little bit more sophisticated. Ano ngayon?
No, that has been, I think, it's not that old. How old is GSP Friends?
And Friends?
Yes.
2013.
2013? I remember attending a couple of meetings noon eh. Pero hindi na ako nakabalik.
GSP and Friends.
10 years.
Siguro ang tanong, and I don't know, Sonia, you have a question right now? Meron kang gustong itanong?
Well, I was just wondering, aside from the fundraising that I will do in Nueva Ecija, what are the other anniversary celebrations that you are going to do with your 83rd anniversary? Happy anniversary, nag-greet si Edlin sa Girl Scout of the Philippines.
Girl Scout din yan.
26. Sa May 26.
May 26, sorry, May malapit na.
Yes, next week na po.
Oo.
Ang event, Palayan City, layo.
Yes. No, this is not for the 83rd, but it has to do with the Girl Scouts of the Philippines. Meron po kaming malaking lote, 27 hectares in Nueva Ecija, Palayan. And this was given way back. Then Governor Aleta, who is a good friend of then President Ramon Magsaysay. At that time, it was given to the Girl Scouts of the Philippines and adjoining also Boy Scouts of the Philippines. But we need to develop the camp, no? And so we just recently were there the other day, and we were with an environmental planner. He's an architect, so that he said the place is beautiful because it's full of trees, and there's a river running through it in the down area. We have had a lot of campings there. In fact, national camping. Our national camping is as many as 1,000, 1,500 girls from all over the Philippines. And this is usually in December. But then, of course, the regions also hold their campings there. You know, ang init-init po sa Palayan. Oh, if it's hot here in Manila, mas mainit po doon. So, it would be nice to have a swimming pool. So, if there are any generous people...
May ilog ba? May ilog?
May ilog po sa ilalim. But we cannot develop it because it's quite a deep ravine. But we have areas to put a swimming pool. We have already an area which is like a little botanical garden. But, you know, girls go camping using tents po. So we have a toilets already. Hindi po gaya ng time ko na latrine, nakahoy lang. Ako, at least the girls
Tapos may toko.
Ngayon po, at least they have lights at night, and but they still have to fetch their water up the hill, down the hill.
Oh, wow.
Exercise. Hindi na natin kaya yon. Hindi na kaya.
Hindi natin kaya. That's why and then the next day, gising na sila maaga because they have to have a something, you know, all
Sunrise inspirational.
Yes,
Diba?
and then they sleep late because they have bonfire. So
Yeah.
they are happy because they make friends, and really the girls come to the camp very shy and leave the
Mm.
camp very gregarious and confident and happy, because that's what a 3 day, 4 day camp can do to a person.
Yes, yes.
So there's nothing like it. I mean, any organization, if you don't have this immersion like what they do, imagine they meet girls all the way from Benguet down to Mindanao, Eastern Mindanao, and Western Mindanao.
Malayan, yeah.
Oh, maganda. It's
Oo.
beautiful. So we need to revive this beautiful camp. I mean, it doesn't have anything
We,
yet. It's rough.
we are raising also funds for that camp, for
Yes.
the
So
swimming pool.
So
The GS
September 2 is our dinner for the
dinner.
fundraiser at PICC. If you're interested, please.
Wow.
Yes.
PICC.
Maybe
Oh,
I very long. There's a very long message here from the
Kahidukan.
Kahidukan Central Elementary School. Thank you for acknowledging my message to Dr. Paz and to all of you, Ma'am Sonia. I am Marilu G. Rotoni, School Head of CCES, at the same time, the District Field Advisor of Kahidukan District, part of Romblon Council. So nice
Wow.
that a lot of activities of GSP are geared at helping our learners to become better readers through provision of reading materials for them. Hopefully for our district, we can improve our registration in GSP, and we can provide them activities that caters to their needs. Low. Ayaw ko ano yung low.
Hello. Sige, we have ilan namang minutes? We have 3 plus 5, 8 minutes, 2 minutes each for our parting messages. Ano yung what you
Ay,
want to tell the people who are watching, because they can watch it also on YouTube and of course sa Facebook nandito din. So, pwedeng mag-message na tayo. Unahin natin si Nina dahil Nina was first to come forward. Go ahead, Nina, your
Yes.
message.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you so much, Secretary Cora De Leon, and also Sonia Roco, for this opportunity to let you know about Girl Scout of the Philippines. So I just want to say that we are very happy to welcome new Girl Scouts into the GSP. All you have to do is go to your council, or if your school, the school of your child has a Girl Scout troop, I would encourage you to enroll them, because it's really a unique opportunity to be a Girl Scout. We are members of a world organization, the biggest women's organization of girls and young women, the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And this year, we have our World Conference in Cyprus, and we're bringing with us, as you interviewed her, Cora, Dorothy Del Rosario. And her trip is paid for by WAG's World Association. Our young girls, when they turn 16, 17, 18, have many opportunities, especially if they stand out. They become part of the Asia Pacific or the World Association. So the development does not end here, po. It starts in the home, and then they go to the community, they serve the community, and very soon they serve the world. And after they become Girl Scouts, they become leaders. And as you know, our leaders today, many of them were once Girl Scouts. Kaya proud po kami na once a Girl Scout,
Um,
always a Girl Scout.
yeah.
So you have people like
Proud to be
Lo.
a Girl Scout. Yes,
Yes,
yes. Oh.
yes.
Oh, Sonia, your turn. Because nag-appear na kagad after Nina.
Thank
But,
you. Maraming
according to
salamat.
appearance.
Oh, maraming salamat. Nina Yuson, the president of the Girl Scouts of the Philippines now. We get hypnotized by your zeal and your volunteerism, as you said. No, that's also one of the key words that Cora uses. That we love to serve others, even if we are volunteers, and maybe we serve better because we don't serve for the money. We serve out of love. No, So I'd like to thank Nina for sharing her thoughts and really encouraging more girls to join the Girl Scout of the Philippines. I would like to say mag-Girl Scout ka kasi maganda ang magiging kinabukasan mo ay Girl Scout. And also maraming salamat po kay Dr. Hernandez-Diaz for joining us and for being very active in the manual that you want to revise and also in inviting all of us for the to help in the fundraising of that swimming pool.
Swimming
Sana
tayo.
makabot si Cora
Yeah.
doon.
Say that when you help the girl, you help the family because it's the girl who becomes the mother. Girl, the woman is the one who, ano nga ito, ilaw ng tahanan, ano? So, if you
Oo.
manage to touch the girl at the right time before turning to the difficult parts of their life, I mean, sa Girl Scouting, ano ka. At saka ang daming chances to go abroad. We have so many girls and adult leaders that we have sent abroad, mostly for free. And there are so many going on around the world kasi. So many invitations, minsan we have to even turn them down na sa dami.
Wow. Galing naman.
So,
Sonia, may message si Myrna Rosel. Can you read?
Mirna Rosel. Glad Girl Scouting caters to the needs of the girls. Mirna Rosel. Thank you, Mirna.
Girl Scout din yan once upon a time. Anyway, dahil once upon a time tayo, ay gusto kong basahin itong palagi namin binabasa dito din sa program, Unless Someone Cares. I don't think our communities will ever be clean and green unless someone cares. I don't believe our government will be good, just and honest unless someone cares. I don't expect our leaders to be morally upright and politically sensitive unless someone cares. I don't expect a better life for our poor and oppressed people unless someone cares. I don't have the faith that we face a brighter future unless someone cares. I don't feel we will ever realize our dreams and aspirations unless someone cares. I don't know if we will all live our sense of purpose to build a better world unless someone cares. That someone is us, that someone is you and me, that someone is everybody, for we all must care. And today, that someone is, of course, our co host, Sonia Roco, our special guest, Dr. Nina Yuson, and of course, Dr. Paz Hernandez. Um,
Patsy.
Hernandez. Oo.
Yes.
And then, ang gusto ko din, meron pang message si Edlin. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Sonia.
Thank you
Last
for
minute.
making us all aware of the Girl Scouts of the Philippines. We only hear about the Boy Scouts most of the time, especially here in Santa Cruz, Laguna.
oh, we will tell sa
Bias.
Northern
Bias
Luzon.
ang Santa Cruz for Boy Scouts. Kailangan dyan ng magkaroon ng gobernador na medyo medyo Girl Scout. Anyway, tatapusin na natin itong programa dahil naniniwala kami na napaka-importante na ipagpatuloy natin ito. Once a month, pinoprovide natin ng space sa programa ang Girl Scouts of the Philippines, particularly yung mga councils all over. Kasi maraming councils. In fact, there are 96. Am I correct? Memorize ko na.
Yes.
96.
Memorize.
Memorize ko na.
Seven
And still,
yata, di ba?
and still growing and still growing.
Still
No?
growing.
Pero para sa inyong lahat, itong prayer for the nation na binabasa natin dito, Lord, let me be the change I want to see, to do with strength and wisdom all that needs to be done, and become the hope that I can be. Set me free from my fears and hesitations. Grant me the courage and humility. Fill me with spirit to face the challenge and start the change I long to see. Even if I'm not the light, I can be the spark in faith, service, and communion. Let us start the change we want to see the change that begins in me. I don't want to joke about this, pero pag sinabing sparklers, yun ang mga senior citizens na mahilig magsayaw, di ba? Pero kayo, mga spark pa, kasi mga bata pa, no? Kaya
Spark
gusto ko
plugs.
sabihin, oo.
But Cora,
Meron
you
pa
are
pala tayong 5 minutes, so let's dwell on
Cora
that.
and
Yeah, go
Sonia.
ahead.
Yeah, Cora and Sonia, you are spark plugs because in your
Yes.
weekly
Pangkotse yun,
program,
pangkotse,
yeah,
na
in
hindi
your weekly
maandar.
when I listen to your weekly program, I always inspired. So because sometimes as a volunteer, it's also tiring, no? Imagine
Oo.
somebody ask me, how much are you being paid as president of Girl Scouts? Sabi ko, ha?
Wala.
It's a volunteer thing. I think
No.
we're being paid with the smiles and the enthusiasm, especially in the field. They're very happy when you visit them. So I really like to reach out to many of our Girl Scouts because it's not an easy job to be a volunteer. And even to be an executive, they're not even paid as well, but they love it. That's why they're so committed because they see it in the smiles of the girls. The willingness is there, and you have to start early if you want to be a volunteer later in life. Kulang po yan sa ating Philippines. You see it in
Yes.
America, volunteerism. But in the Philippines,
Right.
kanya-kanya lang. This is for my family. Beyond my friends, it's only for my family. So we have to reach out. And it's not easy. So thank you for encouraging us, Miss Spark Plugs.
Mahalaga na you invite also the listeners to become Girl Scouts through your
Yes.
councils. Kwento nyo how they can be members siguro. For both of you.
Yes, well,
Para yun ang parting words para sa
Dr.
ating
Dr.
listeners.
Paz Diaz mentioned Girl Scouts of the Philippines Friends Foundation. And then I also mentioned that please go to the council, or if the school has a Girl Scout troop, please enroll your child. It's only 50 pesos for 1 year membership. And if you were a former Girl Scout, continue be a volunteer in the Girl Scouts in the community. You can still be a volunteer. Ang dami po yan. So even if you were good in journalism, help us. If you're in social media, help us because we need to tell the people that Girl Scouting is alive. And we need to tell the people that the country is really developing its women as leaders. Ang dami pong women leaders ngayon, women
Once upon a time, Girl Scout.
valedictorians, yeah, valedictorians in the school. Why? Because they work so hard for it. And
Oo.
kaya sabi nila, Mother's Day is more important than Father's Day.
Tapos, meron pa ang Women's Month, isang buwan.
Bakit daw, bakit daw walang
Men's
men's
Month.
month? Kasi iba yung men's. Ang men's, ang babayang may men's. Joke lang Si Dr. Paz Hernandez. Your final words.
Yes.
Diaz. Dr. Diaz.
We encourage you to join the Girl Scout of the Philippines. We have many projects for you. We are trying hard to get new activities into our programs so that this will be more interesting to the new generation. In fact, we had a webinar once just a few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks ago, where nag-usap-usap yung young ones, tapos yung mga
Old one.
tawag sa atin ano ba, millennial
Intergenerational.
nga
Intergenerational
intergenerational
Girl
conversation.
Scouts.
Opo. And we encourage the young ones talaga to contribute kasi yung mga activities na gusto nila. So we are writing about what they really want to do and make it really more attuned to their needs, and then have the troop leaders sensitive to the needs of young girls, lalo na sa adolescents, pati sa womanhood, pati sa all these dangers that we have to also remind them about, and all these talagang it's really alive na alive. Ang dami-daming dapat gawin for the men and the girls of the of the country. So, ang daming gawin ng troop leaders. So, troop leaders, inaano din namin, hasa din namin mabuti para pag-handle nila ng girls, may parang second nanay na rin yun, say, ang girls in their troop leaders. Minsan nga, the girls can confide in their troop leader more than in their mothers, no? Minsan papagalitan lang sila, pero troop leader talagang pakikinggan sila. And so,
magagalit yung mga mothers kasi kinakastigo natin sa program. Hindi, joke lang. Pero Nina, I promise I'll join you when you meet with the PRC, and of course, you promise me you'll give me a uniform para naka-uniform.
Yes, of course. So that's why we need.
I have to give you the size kasi baka hindi ka mga maliliit.
Or we can send you the tela and then you can have your sastre make it.
Yes, why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
we'll give you the model.
Okay. Tayo, Sonia, mag-uniform tayo pag Girl Scout, pag
Girl Scout
program
week.
ng Girl Scout.
Tama.
Tayo.
Girl Scout,
we will have to do a ceremony for Sonia.
Yes, oo nga, may activity, correct.
Oo, ma'am.
Yung parang ano nga tawag to, yung bigyan ng uniform para sa cadet.
We will give you a scarf.
A scarf.
We will give you a scarf.
Yeah. And then your pins, and then you know, kasi nag-ano ka na
Girl Scout Promise and Law.
Dedication sa Promise and Law.
So,
okay.
So, Cora, we will send you the uniform next week. And
yes,
so
no problem, no problem.
We need her to go with us
si Sonia.
to the
Sonia also.
Kasi si Sonia tanggap lang ng awards. Ngayon, kailangan na-induct naman.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye,
thank you. Thank you.
Inyong napakinggan at natunghayan ang Bago ang Lahat, Mamamayan Muna. Sa pamamagitan pa rin ng inyong tulay sa tunay na pagbabago, ang Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.